Put it down. You don't need another mince pie. So I'm only joking. Of course you're going to eat too many mince pies, and of course you're going to eat too many sugary foods, and of course you're probably going to overload your body with turkey. That's fine. It's probably only for 2 days. And although that will of course cause a stress on the body, it's perfectly fine to do. The only thing I would say is at the end of Boxing Day, make a mental note that the next day, maybe you'll just extend the window of time before you start eating again, and maybe you might just have a quick look in the cupboard and remove the rest of the sugary products that have probably accumulated in there from all the gifts. You're not going to want to eat them after a few days, and if you do continue through the holiday season, you will get to the end feeling like you need another holiday because energetically your body won't be able to cope. Right now, we need to be in an optimal state for obvious reasons. I don't need to remind you why that might be the case. So let's just think about a few breath ideas that will help you go through this holiday season in the right way, help you deal with any possible triggers. First off, let's just remind ourselves that really, in the main, this Christmas period is for children. So if you do have some, remind yourself on a regular basis that they're the ones that matter right now. Now, that doesn't mean obviously completely give up your holiday for them. What it does mean is just be in their world for a moment. Allow yourself to enjoy the world that they create through their toys, through their imagination. You've got a perfect opportunity to do so, so I highly recommend that you do, and it will greatly help you too. As we know, even spending time with our children or animals becomes a parasympathetic effect, or has a parasympathetic, sorry, I'll put my teeth in, has a parasympathetic effect on the mind and the body. Let's put this down to me doing too much over the last few days. I am going to wind down. I am going to have a break. So yeah, just helping other people, spending time with children or animals, or doing the one thing that you are incredibly passionate about, or just something that you love, all of those activities are parasympathetic. So over the Christmas period, make sure you do more parasympathetic stuff than sympathetic. And just to remind you, sympathetic is when you increase your heart rate, increase your blood pressure. It can happen when you're frustrated, angry, in fight-flight response. Some exercise can do it too. Parasympathetic is the opposite. Rest, digest, calm. That's what you're aiming for over this Christmas period. You don't need to add any more stress onto the mind and the body. And if you've got children, like I say, you have the perfect opportunity to activate your parasympathetic nervous system. Now, next thing, simply I don't know why I'm doing this. It helps me visualize. Extend that exhale. Do that more often than not. That will keep that nervous system at, it will calm the nervous system. It will enable you to think rationally. So before you open the door to friends or family who you think may well trigger you, especially when you're all tired or a few too many drinks have been consumed, or imbibed, I should say, remind yourself. You do that 3 or 4 times before you open the door to them, you're going to be in the perfect state to say hello, give them a hug and wish them a happy Christmas. Another good breath technique is Dolphin Breaths. It's one that I teach and did teach actually on my Evolutionary Flow program. I've now put a hold on that one. It's something that I do teach quite regularly in my one-to-one sessions. It is definitely something that I cover off in my membership, and it's also something that's chucked in the trauma program that begins in January on the 10th. So if you have experienced any kind of traumatic experience in your life, you might like to get signed up. There'll be a link below. That's a 4-week online program with 4 live sessions. Every day you get lessons, activities, and they are designed deliberately to unlock you from that past experience so you can live your life in the right way, not being triggered by that fight-flight reaction. Anyway, Dolphin Breaths. All you're doing, really simple. Inhale. Hold for the first time, say 25 seconds, and then exhale slowly through pursed lips. Really slow, in fact slower than that. Revert then to normal breathing. using your belly, using your diaphragm. Nice and relaxed, maybe for 20 seconds. And then repeat that again. Inhale through the nose. And this time hold for 30 seconds. Exhale at the end of it. Revert to normal breathing. In, out, using the diaphragm, using the belly. Belly moves out on the inhale. Using the nose more than your mouth. 30 seconds. Wait. Do one more. Inhale all the way, hold for 35 seconds, and then exhale really slowly. You could even exhale with a sigh, or you can exhale with an om. Both of those latter two would give you enhanced benefits. That simple practice there takes what, 2-3 minutes? Yeah. Will increase carbon dioxide, which has a calming effect on the mind and the body. So maybe you know you're at the dinner table and before you eat, because a lot of breathwork practice obviously is better done on an empty stomach, then before you get triggered by that family member, just skip off to the loo. Sit in the loo and do dolphin breaths for 2-3 minutes. Come back, you won't get triggered. Or at the very least, you'll be in a much better state so that if the triggering does occur, you've got a window of time, a window of opportunity just to rationally think of a appropriate response to that. So both really, really simple, really, really effective tools there that I would highly recommend you build into your holiday season. Now, 2 more breath ideas before I go. Just before you go to sleep, try the 4-7-8 breathwork practice. That means in for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Make sure you inhale through the nose, hold your breath with the mouth. Well, how else are you going to hold your breath? Hold your breath with your mouth closed. I suppose you could do that. And then exhale either through the nose or using pursed lips. And repeat. Do it gently. Make sure it's smooth. Make sure that the transition between that exhale and the inhale is not forced. So hold. Exhale. Nice and smooth. Just keep it going. Do that a few times. You will enter sleep in a wonderful way and probably get a better quality sleep. Bear in mind though, don't worry, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, if you have drunk alcohol, of course that does disturb the sleep. But this would definitely help. You'll notice it more when you don't drink. And lastly, I've been waking a lot earlier than normal. So I normally, until a couple of months ago, would wake around about 5. That's good for me. I like that because I'm a morning person. But more recently, I've been waking 2:30, sometimes 3, sometimes 4:30. So 3 for me is far too early. And rather than getting frustrated, what I do is if I wake up at that time, I deliberately do a very relaxed, calm SOMA breath practice, usually a 4-8 pattern, so in for 4, out for 8. And I do maybe 1, sometimes 2 rounds, and that sends me back off to sleep again. It's amazing. But what you don't want to do is really forced hyperventilation, of course. Just make sure it's smooth. In, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And repeat. And then do the exhale, breath hold. After you've done, say, 30 of those. Inhale, exhales. Exhale, breath hold for a bit. Don't force it too much. And then inhale, breath hold. Revert then, after you've exhaled, to normal breathing for a bit. 1 more round, just as gentle as the first. And that should help you get back to sleep again. Definitely does with me. And of course, I will always say this, but a cold shower just before bed does also aid your sleep. Would also be good if you've been drinking too. But anyway, I think there we have it. Next year there's lots of things going on, more collaborations. I've got a whole load of videos that I've yet to edit, and I must admit I've been a little bit tardy over the last 3 or 4 weeks with my YouTube channel. That will improve in January because I've got a little bit more time now to focus on that and other things. So stand by for some upcoming videos. There will be a new breathwork practice coming up very, very soon. That's with a rather wonderful lady called Lara Wharton, a rather expert meditation teacher, and we've combined both of our voices for this SOMA Breath track, so keep an eye out for that. I'm finding some interesting results with the NMN, and I've been taking TMG, trimethylglycine. I've actually discovered that my muscles are growing slightly. It's not something I was aiming for, but it is happening. I spoke to Elena about this, the owner of NMN Bio, and she said that actually it could well happen because of the extra oxygenation that you're creating by the NMN into the tissues. Lots of other possible reasons for that, so I'm going to do a video on that as well. There we are. Oh, and if you're still out buying presents, I mean, I can't believe you are at this point, do try those Skinner's shoes. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, but I love them so much. And my knees have improved thanks to the NMN, I have to say. Now I use those Skinner shoes every day apart from the one day when I'm doing chopping trees and branches and digging holes. Then I have to wear steel-toed big clod hopper boots. There we are. Have a good Christmas. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to putting out more stuff next year. I'm going to ramp things up, and I'm getting rather excited by the whole prospect. Do make sure you have fun, take it easy, live long and prosper and all that. And bye for now. Evolution Dave signing off. Ta-ta.